Hello, hello. So I'm back today with another project. This is a simple project. This I would consider a beginner's project, and probably a lot of you already know how to do this. But for those of you who don't, this one's for you. We're going to be painting these little mason jars and making them pretty. And we're going to do a distressed look on them. So that way you can see the little outline of the words on here, like the ball on these jars and the pretty little design, the signature design that's on the back of the mason jars. And I'm going to do two of them today. And I'm going to be using this chalky paint that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see, I'll just pick it up. And then you're going to need a paintbrush. And when they're dry, you're going to need some sort of sanding paper, like either a sanding block, or I found one of these sanding discs at the garage. And you're going to need some alcohol to clean your jars. So first step is to clean your jars. They come clean, but this is just something I do every time I go to paint jars, because if your jar is nice and clean, then the paint is going to stick better. So I just get a little alcohol on a paper towel or a cotton ball, and then I just quickly wipe each jar down. And then I don't wipe it dry, I just let them air dry. So I'm going to let those air dry for a minute. And I'll be back in like 10 seconds. Okay, now once your jars are dry, it's really just so simple. You just start painting them. And we're going to do 2 coats on each jar. So you take your paint and you're just going to get it on there, one good coat of it. See? Okay. Your first coat does not have to be particular. You're just getting that first coat of paint on there. And I like to dry my jars upside down, so that way I can paint the bottoms easily. So a trick to doing that is if you got long fingers, it's easier, but I'll try to tip the jar upside down like this. And then I'll take whatever's left on my paintbrush and just get the tops of the jars. So, sorry, I keep looking behind me because I'm keeping an eye on my kids playing right here on the front porch. So, they're being nice and quiet, which is rare. That's why I took advantage of it and decided I'll do a quick little video for you guys. A lot of people tell me that they'll like some of the stuff, like home decor stuff in my house, and they're like, where did you get that? Or, did you make that? And I'll say, yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh, you're so crafty, and how do you have the time, blah, blah, blah. I just do it here and there. I don't necessarily make the time. It's just if I have the time, I'll break out some paint, and if I see an idea I like on Pinterest, like all of us do, I'll try to copy it. And a lot of this stuff's really simple. like this. This is really simple. You just need a little bit of paint. You could pick up a 12-pack of these jars. These are the pint size, the smaller ones, at Walmart for like $7 or $8. And I think the quart size jars are about $10 for a 12-pack, which are the bigger ones, like this size right here. So these are the quarts. We're doing the pint size ones today. So I'm going to let this first coat of paint dry, and then we'll come back and we'll do a second coat, and then I'm going to show you how to distress them next. I'll go ahead and do the second coat and let that dry, and then when I come back to the video, we'll be doing the distressing part. Alright, so now that we have 2 coats of paint on our jars and we let them completely dry, it doesn't take that long because chalky paint is pretty fast drying, so is acrylic paint. And for this project, I like to use the chalk paint because it distresses way better than acrylic paint. But if you don't like the distressed look, you can use whatever favorite paint that you have. If it's acrylic paint, chalk paint, whatever kind of paint that you have, that's fine. But for me, personally, I like to distress with the chalk paint because it just turns out so much better and it's easier. So now it's time for the distress. And you can either use a sanding disc, sanding paper, like this one that I found, or if you have a sanding block, those work good too. And so the key is you want to distress it where it has, like kind of like the ridges in the jar. Like you want to try to distress where you're going to see the words, like the ball word here. See how I'm just lightly sanding that, and now the wording is a little bit more visible. Also down here where it says Mason, I'll go ahead and get a little bit on there. See how nicely that's turning out? That's all it takes. I'm going to switch to this one and see if it's actually going to use my block to hold it and see if it'll get me more paint off. And then I'm going to, this part is totally up to you and your preference. Some people like a really distressed look, some people like a lighter distressed look. I'm kind of in between. I just go with the flow on however I feel. If I feel like I want to see more of that spot right there because I like that pretty part of the jar, I'll go at it a lot like I am now. I like seeing that design on the back of the jar a little bit. And this kind of gets dusty, so you want to be in a place where you don't mind it getting a little bit dusty, or it's going to be easy to clean up. So definitely don't do this like in the kitchen or around food where you're going to be cooking or something like that. And so I'm also going to do a little bit like in between the designs of the jar, like there. On the bottoms. You could just be totally random and where you want the distressing to be. I'm going to do a little bit around the neck of the jar just to make it look a little bit more rustic. Just a little bit more here. And I think I'll be satisfied with this one. So I like how that one turned out. And here you can see the difference. That's your distress, and this is just plain old simple non-distress jar. I'm gonna go ahead and do this next one. Like it's not sanding really good anymore the way you're holding it, you can turn it around and find a cleaner spot of your sandpaper and keep it going. I like to go up and down with my sanding and the distressing because it just goes with the paint strokes better when you do it that way. If you start going all zigzaggy, you tend to see the spots that you sanded that you didn't necessarily want to look distressed. So I try to go in the same direction as the way I painted it with the brush strokes. Alright, I think that one's good too. Alright. So, give me 1 second. Alright, so now that we cleaned up our mess from sanding, now all you have left to do is decorate your pretty little distressed jars. I just went to Dollar Tree to buy some flowers because they have a really nice selection of flowers, seasonal flowers, and they're pretty good quality. I use them all the time, and they had a lot of cute springtime ones available today. So I went there and I picked some up, and I'm going to use these in my jars now. And I'm just going to snip them off to about the length that I need. I want them to set down a little bit more in the jar. Oops, sorry, you can't see. So I'm just gonna... So for this part, if you have flowers, artificial ones that you're going to be using, you'll need some good flower cutter shears. Forgot what they're called. Or some wire cutters. Those will work too. I've stolen a couple pairs from my husband over the years. He got mad at me. Said he goes to use them and he can't find them. A little bit more. I'm just going to go ahead and maybe snip them off one by one. I think that might work better. And they might sit in the jar a little better than just sticking the whole bunch in there. Okay, so I'll snip them all off separately. I think they will sit better doing it this way. And there's one jar. So just snipping these off. That looks really cute for spring. This would be really cute in your kitchen or on a cute little entryway table. You can make 2 more of these and make a centerpiece for your dining room table. I'm trying to decide if I want to add some of these frilly little white ones. I don't know, I'm going to leave those off for now. See, I'm kind of random. I go with the flow kind of thing. If I'm feeling it, I'll do it. If I'm not, I'll leave it off. Kind of just have to judge as I go. One thing I didn't do that I want to add is some twine around the neck of the jars. And you can usually find a big roll of this stuff at any craft store. I found mine, I usually get it from Hobby Lobby or Walmart, because I'm always at one of those two stores. And it lasts pretty long. So I'm just gonna double wrap my twine around each neck of the jar. Snip my extra off, and I'm gonna tie it right here. Leaf came off that flower. And I think that's a cute little added touch. That gives it that little country, rustic added touch. Something else these jars would be cute for are weddings. A lot of people get a block of wood, like a slice of wood, and they'll put their cute little mason jars. I would probably use the bigger size though if you're going to do it for a wedding centerpiece, and distress it really cute like we just did, and put our flowers in. And I would get a slice of wood and stick my jar in the center and maybe a couple of candles on each side, and these would make a beautiful wedding centerpiece for each guest table. I actually did that for my wedding. I don't remember if I painted the jars. I think I did something else different with like pictures inside of them floating, and I did put candles around. Let me add my twine to my other jar here. Trying to do this with the flowers in it. Can't see. And I just do a simple bow. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Again, you're going for that country, rustic feel. And now they're done. I think they turned out adorable, and I'm probably going to put them either on my entryway or outside on my cute little potting bench. And like I said, they're so versatile. You could put them anywhere for spring in your house. And you can make as many as you want. You saw how quick and easy that was. It's literally just painting it on, letting them dry, and then coming back with your sandpaper and just roughing it up wherever you want. Just be random with it, and then take you a trip to Dollar Tree and get you some cute little flowers that are cheap and beautiful, and they're in great quality, and there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was fun to do. I'm going to start doing some more videos and show you guys how easy some of these things are to make for your house or for special events like weddings, baby showers, and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys soon.